Have you ever wondered what would happen if the traditional tales of Santa Claus were given a psychedelic spin? Imagine a realm where Santa, or as we'll call him, Psychedelic Santa, navigates through the cosmos, not just delivering presents, but providing a different kind of gift to those who seek to explore the outer edges of consciousness. In this alternate universe, Psychedelic Santa is a seasoned connoisseur of substances that alter the mind. With a snort of cocaine, he dives into his daily routine, reviewing the latest reports on drug raids. The customs officers are too efficient, a little tweak in reality is needed. Psychedelic Santa has a list, not of naughty or nice adults, but of permitted shipments for the day. Among them are 5 grams of cannabis for Pavo, a box full of mushroom cultivation supplies for Ari, a gram of cocaine for Tanya, and ayahuasca for 2, courtesy of Juicy. The elves in this world are not just toy makers. They are hackers, couriers, and wizards. They manipulate reality continuums under the influence of LSD, ensuring that some of the products get through without any problems. The wizards in particular are adept at doing this without causing any time paradoxes. In his own lab, Psychedelic Santa checks the quality of the 4-ACO DMT offered by the elves. Rarely can one find pure DMT of this quality. The visuals dance in his field of vision for a few hours. It's a fast-paced experience, especially with the effects of previous doses still in play. After the trip, it's time to unwind with some opium and float on velvet clouds formed from the smoke. Just as Psychedelic Santa is about to drift off, Psychedelic Mrs. Claus comes in, high on ecstasy. The following day, Psychedelic Santa receives a call from the traditional Santa, who requests a box of psychedelics. It seems the reindeer might have taken or hidden his previous stash. One doubt is the vintage absinthe you gave from 1930s France. I wasn't quite myself. It's a bit annoying when there's nothing but Christmas moonshine. Psychedelic Santa promises to send a holiday greeting immediately. Back in the lab, the elves get to work on the annual holiday greeting for traditional Santa. This year, they decide to exclude absinthe, but include a bottle of fly agaric wine. Psychedelic Santa visits the reindeer, offering them fresh psilocybe cubensis mushrooms. The reindeer, once slow from eating Amanita muscaria in the forest, now see real elves thanks to the cubensis. Is there anything to report? Psychedelic Santa asks the hacker elf boss. The elves are typing on the keyboard so that they can barely speak outside. The tapping of the keys is a loud sound. Only one new molecular formula, but an interesting one. A promising derivative of amphetamine. In addition, there would be a shipment of 10 kilograms of cannabis that must be hacked through. It is more useful for users. 1 gram of this batch will lead to a successful cartoon artist in a year. Forced to let through even if 2 users get mild psychosis. They do get better quickly. The advantages outweigh the disadvantages. Psychedelic Santa accepts the procedure and allows the elves to continue their hacking, continuing the round itself. In autumn, Psychedelic Santa sits with the cyber shaman on the shore of reason under the shelter of a log cabin. Enough talking. Santa Claus had liked fly agaric wine, had slept and danced for a couple of hours. Exciting effects. They also now had psilocybe semilanciata, cooked by the witches a week earlier, the ingredients of which were brought directly from a nearby field. The shaman drummed his witch drum with LED lights that vibrated light according to the sound frequencies, and the Psychedelic Santa crawled on the ground talking to the moss that told stories about ancient forests in the form of jokes. In the glow of the campfire, various figures could be seen with whom the shaman was conversing. The circadian cycle was day-night in minutes, and the night effects included spectacular northern lights. Flying insects looked like little owls, and random ants in a distant anthill looked like 3D pixels that moved forward as the back pixel moved to the front, creating a cycle. The berries talked to each other, the twigs and the trees talked and breathed, creating new oxygen, but were otherwise silent. As if the wind was humming, but it was a rustling tree. After a few hours, the feeling started to normalize, and it was time to take vaporized THC directly from the flower from the travel vaporizer, received as a gift from Santa Claus. Christmas is coming. The biggest Christmas party in the Fells is about to begin. A year helped in one form or another from getting with drugs to getting treatment. When Santa leaves, the residents of Speedy Hills stop everything they are doing for a while and go anywhere as a group, but to drink alcohol. Some drink alone, but many in company. Then the laughter is fresh and the songs are playing. These drinks last for a couple of days. In the new year, the rockets have been replaced with LSD, and actually the combination with the starry sky is already really cool. In January, work starts again, and Santa receives the traditional drug courier's Christmas greeting, that is, drugs for the year.